肯定是有一些提高吧，因为毕竟1年时间，然后也是在针对这方面不断的训练嘛。然后我之前在就是冬天的时候在发展联盟，然后包括在 NBA， 就是包括在训练当中吧，然后就是每天都在适应这种节奏，这种比赛的情况。
Inside, can't find Poitras, so going the other way. Zhou off glass.
And we've seen this from both teams, really, where they've taken advantage of turnovers or bad shots and gotten out in transition. The outlet set that up, and then just a nice find. Caught Leaf kind of in between lane. Right now, he's in a situation where they're going to be looking to see if maybe he can become a backup on that team. Darren Collison was terrific last year, along with Victor Oladipo.
Three-pointer, Markel Brown the other way, no good. Zhou with the rebound and the slam. 7 for Zhou. Inside, house again. I gotta be fair, 3D, I gotta tell you about the early Summer League Shaqtin' the Fool.
You got some early ones?
Yeah, I got an early one.
Okay.
Jacob Evans comes from a winning culture at Cincinnati, and he has been coached hard and he's been held accountable, and that's why his transition to me is going to be pretty seamless.
That's what Zhou can do. Even has a standing reach of 9 feet 5 inches. He can play the 3, he can play the 4, he can play the 5. The numbers weren't good last year in the times he got in with the Rockets and the few times he played, but he does have that perimeter game. Ryan Brown on the drive.
But not only your bodies, but winning players.
Yeah.
It's just not asking you to give away your secrets. Right?
There are no secrets. It's just basketball.
So I mean, like, what are you guys looking for in a Warrior? He's going to be on a team that's going to have more space. Now, there's a team in the South that got a pretty good player.
South
California? Not South Florida either.
Okay, all right, there you go. That is
come on
Abudu
now.
Shalamu, Abudu Direksidi. You got to say it fast.
Hey, you got to do it one more time.
Abudu Shalamu, Abudu Direksidi.
Do you think anyone
6'8"
out
from
there
China
is listening and is going to call you out on that pronunciation?
Oh, if they do, I'm going with Abu, which is his nickname, or Slam. And there's his countryman, Zhou, a much shorter name.
And their role on the team. Kendrick had a really good game the other night. Averaged 25 points a game at Oakland, spent 3 years in Illinois.
I know him from where he's from.
Oh, Zhou.
Man, this is how you start the game off. By the way, there's 2 Vinces on the court.
Gilgeous-Alexander, left hand, no good. Good defense from Zhou. Here's a guy who had to keep his own body in shape, playing 3-on-3s and 4-on-4s with whomever he could because he couldn't play at the college level. And it didn't get him drafted where maybe he would have without that, but how tough is that now for him to get up to the speed of the game, having not played against anybody like that?
But that just shows his dedication to the game.
Well, it may happen. You still might be able to live out that dream.
Look at Zhou, defense, block shots, and he makes the pass.
Some activity and a rebound.
That's right.
He talked about outplaying the contract that we give them, and I think that's something to read between the lines a little bit. We did the post game. One game it was like 90 points and 9,000 dribbles, and all of a sudden you saw the ball movement start to go. Upshaw, nice feed to Desi Rodriguez, but Zhou with the defensive stuff. No bias whatsoever. I did not go to Kentucky. Zhou with the jumper is good.
Well done.
Nice look, by the way, from Melton there finding Chi. Good defense from Zhou.
Young players that in the big team, in the NBA team, really should not have that role and don't even attempt to exercise it.
Some don't. Yeah.
Blocks it. But then they come here and they begin to flex that muscle. Inside, and she just brought the ball down. He gets hacked by Davis. Is it any different to find women referees than you would to find men?
Absolutely not. The same characteristics that anyone can provide in the game are courage without arrogance and humility without weakness. You also, if you have 2 on the baseline, you would then mitigate or lessen the experience of certain officials, where we now have a somewhat of a good flow from a mechanical perspective of how our mechanics work, from a teamwork perspective. And so you're constantly sort of balancing what you might gain up against what you might give up in that process. And so I think we're still in the exploration side of it. I don't know that it's been taken away, but it's not also moving forward at any rapid pace right now.
In those games in which you had more, was there enough taking calls? Was there cheap? Dealing. Call him a croupier because he's dealing them out in Vegas.
That's 7-2, folks. Watch this. There's a nice pass by Melton to Zhou. And then Big Joe, 7-2, playing like a point guard.
That's a sino step. That's a 76.
Wow.
They don't have really, I don't think they have much distribution in the States. But the fact that they've got that tie-in becomes a revenue source for an NBA team. I'm not talking about the league here.
It's player development. It's a long tree of guys in our facility that work every day with everybody individually and give them that player development that they need.
Jared Allen, we hear how he's described by people who know him, but you know him as well as anybody else. How is he personality-wise? You see growth. You see Joe Harris, and you see where he is now at the end of the season compared to the beginning of the year. Spencer Dinwiddie, Jared. You see growth. The other thing I've seen is you're enjoying yourself in Brooklyn, particularly in that county, in the neighborhood, and you're also spending more time. Teammates are spending more time off the court. That's not necessarily true with all NBA teams.
That's a great step for us.
Nice pass.
Inside. Oh, a foul, a hard foul by Davis. Needs to make sure that Joshi understands it wasn't personal. It was just business.
Just business, absolutely.
On the next, number 30.